This bond appendix provides a general description of the state of Texas, state, and certain information relevant to the financial condition of the state. Information is provided as of the date this bond appendix is issued, except as otherwise expressly noted herein. This bond appendix is intended to be attached to or incorporated by reference in offering documents, official statements, prepared by state agencies to offer bonds or other securities, when authorized by the Comptroller of Public Accounts, Comptroller, and b. to be provided to the Municipal Securities Rulemaking Board, MSRB, in satisfaction of contractual annual continuing disclosure obligations of the Comptroller made in connection with prior state agency bond offerings. The bond appendix is not intended to be exhaustive. State financial information is provided by state agencies and officials from official records. Other information has been derived from sources which the Comptroller deems reliable. The state makes no representation regarding the accuracy or completeness of any information in this bond appendix, or the absence of changes in such information or adverse events after the date of the information. For selected updates of dated information appearing elsewhere herein, see 12. Infectious disease outbreak, COVID-19, herein. Descriptions of general revenue of the state or revenue from any particular source in this bond appendix does not imply that any specific securities are payable from such revenues. As a result of rounding, certain tables in this bond appendix may contain material inaccuracies. Historical information in this bond appendix is not intended to predict future events or continuing trends, and the state makes no representation that past experience will continue in the future. See, in particular, 12. Infectious disease outbreak, COVID-19, herein for a description of recent developments that could adversely affect the continuation of past experience. Statements in this bond appendix that do not describe past or present events, conditions, or other facts are forward-looking statements. Forward-looking statements include forecasts, projections, predictions, expectations, anticipation, hopes, beliefs, intentions, and strategies for the future. All forward-looking statements in this bond appendix have been made and are based on available information, assumptions and estimates as of the date or the specified date of the forecast or other forward-looking statement and do not necessarily reflect current expectations. They are inherently subject to various known and unknown risks and uncertainties, including the possible invalidity of underlying assumptions and estimates, possible changes or developments in social, economic, business, industry, market, legal, and regulatory circumstances and conditions, force majeure, and actions taken or omitted to be taken by third parties, including consumers, taxpayers, and legislative, judicial, and other governmental authorities and officials, and the matters described under 12. Infectious disease outbreak, COVID-19, and elsewhere herein. Assumptions may involve judgments about future economic and market conditions and future legislative, executive, and business decisions, all of which are difficult or impossible to predict accurately and many of which are beyond the control of the state. The Comptroller assumes no obligation to update any such forward-looking statements. Actual results could differ from those in forward-looking statements, and the difference could be material. Accordingly, readers should not place undue reliance on forward-looking statements included in this bond appendix. A 6 bond appendix references to website addresses are for informational purposes only and may be in the form of a hyperlink solely for the reader's convenience. Unless otherwise stated, such websites and the related information or links are not incorporated into, and are not part of, this bond appendix, including for purposes of Rule 15c2-12 of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The Comptroller does not control or guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or currency of any website not maintained by the Comptroller. The data represented in this report is available in accessible data form, Excel, https://comptroller.texas.gov. To enable state agencies to issue bonds payable from general revenue of the state in public offerings, the Comptroller has contractually undertaken to provide financial statements, included in the State of Texas Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, CFR, previously referred to as the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, and certain other annual financial and operating data to the MSRB annually. The Comptroller's undertaking has been amended to include an obligation to provide to the MSRB timely notice of the incurrence or amendment of certain financial obligations of the state, if material, and of certain events under such financial obligations, if they reflect financial difficulties. The Comptroller may voluntarily file other notices with the MSRB from time to time to supplement or modify this bond appendix. This bond appendix should be read in conjunction with the most recent CFR and all commuted and voluntary notices, if any, that the Comptroller has provided to the MSRB since the end of the last fiscal year included in the CFR, all of which are incorporated herein by reference. No representation is made that such documents contain all facts material to an evaluation of the ability of the state to make timely payment of debt service. Copies of the CFR and any such notice may be viewed on the MSRB's Electronic Municipal Market Access (EMA) system at http://www.ema.msrb.org using the EMA Advanced Search function and entering the term State of Texas Comptroller in the issue or name field within the Security Information Search filter. A11. State Government